Welcome to our deep dive today,
Oh, yeah.
where we're going to try something a little different.
Okay.
We're going to analyze Qasim Al-Kathiri's 2024 CV.
Interesting.
And before you click away thinking this is going to be boring,
Right.
this CV is in Arabic.
Wow.
We're using it to understand not just Qasim's professional journey, but potentially get a peek into how careers are presented in Yemen.
It's a fascinating opportunity to look beyond the typical resume and see what stands out.
For sure.
Even the choice of what to emphasize can reveal a lot about cultural values and professional priorities.
Exactly. And just a heads up, Yemen's political situation is complex.
Yeah.
And access to technology isn't as widespread as in other parts of the world.
Right.
So keep that in mind as we unpack Qasim's story.
It's essential to consider the context.
Yeah.
It adds another layer of depth to understanding his choices and achievements.
Okay, so in 2024, Qasim's a lecturer at a university in Aden,
Okay.
focusing on public health and health administration.
Interesting.
That alone is interesting.
Yeah.
But then you see he's also deeply involved in developing and teaching AI courses.
Oh, wow.
AI in Yemen's public health sector. That's not what I expected.
It does challenge assumptions, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It suggests that even in a context where resources might be limited, there's a drive to integrate cutting-edge technology into crucial fields like healthcare.
Like healthcare.
It would be interesting to delve deeper into what specific aspects of AI he's focusing on and how they relate to public health challenges in Yemen.
I'm curious about that too. Is he teaching students how to use AI for disease prediction resource allocation or something else entirely?
Good question.
And he doesn't stop there.
Oh, wow.
He's also the digital development officer at the same university.
That dual role is intriguing.
It is.
It could indicate an interest in bridging the gap between traditional academic structures and the evolving digital landscape.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to modernize how the university operates, reaching a wider audience or implementing new learning tools.
Yeah.
It's like he's operating on two levels, bringing AI into the curriculum itself and then figuring out how technology can reshape the institution as a whole.
Okay, so we've got a lecturer who's passionate about AI and digital development.
Right.
But hold on, there's more.
Okay.
This is where the CV takes a turn.
Right.
Before academia.
Okay.
Qasim was working for the Security Belt Forces.
Now, for those unfamiliar, the Security Belt Forces are a powerful military organization in southern Yemen.
Okay.
It's a significant detail highlighting a path that's anything but straightforward.
It definitely adds a layer of complexity to his story.
Yeah.
And then right after that, he was the media officer for a foundation promoting social coexistence.
Wow.
That's quite a shift, going from a military context to one focused on peace building.
It makes you wonder about the motivations behind these transitions.
Right.
Is there a common thread connecting these diverse experiences?
Yeah.
Or is he someone who thrives on exploring different fields, bringing his skills to new challenges? Right.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, Yemen has faced a lot of internal conflict and social divisions. So working for a foundation promoting coexistence is no small feat.
Right.
It requires navigating sensitive issues and building bridges between communities.
Right.
It's not just about posting on social media. It's about fostering dialogue and understanding in a challenging environment.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It requires a deep understanding of the social and political landscape
for sure.
and a commitment to facilitating communication in potentially contentious situations.
It's like he's trying to make a positive impact on
Yeah.
multiple fronts using different tools and approaches.
Yeah.
And it doesn't end there.
Oh, wow.
He also participated in the Priest-Helt global competition,
Okay.
focusing on reducing gas emissions.
Interesting.
His team's project made it to the top 20 at the University of Aden.
This highlights an interesting aspect.
Yeah.
Even amidst conflict and other challenges, there's a global awareness and a desire to tackle issues like climate change.
Yeah.
It suggests that Qasim isn't limiting himself to the immediate concerns within Yemen.
Yeah.
He's looking at broader global challenges.
It also shows he's comfortable working on collaborative projects and has a strong awareness of environmental issues.
Yeah.
So we've got this picture emerging. He's academically driven, technologically savvy, and has experience in security peacebuilding and environmental projects.
Wow.
What a mix.
It's certainly a diverse portfolio.
Yeah, it is.
And this is just scratching the surface of his CV.
Right.
We haven't even delved into his specific skills and training yet.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole other rabbit hole. Let's
Yeah.
dive into that next because the list of skills and courses he's completed is pretty extensive.
Okay. Welcome back to our deep dive into Qasim Al-Kathiri's CV.
Yeah.
So far, we've seen this fascinating blend of experience, academia, military, community work, even a global competition on climate change. It paints a unique picture, to say the least.
It's like trying to solve a puzzle.
Yeah.
Where the pieces don't quite fit the usual picture.
I know what you mean.
But before we get ahead of ourselves trying to figure out what it all means,
Right.
we need to unpack his skills.
Okay.
Because this is where the CV gets really interesting.
And potentially where we get the clearest insights into the professional culture in Yemen.
Yeah.
What skills are considered essential?
Right.
What kind of training is valued?
Yeah.
Let's see what Qasim's choices tell us.
All right. First up, content creation and management across various platforms.
Okay.
No surprise there, given his media officer experience.
Right.
He also lists advanced skills in digital tools. But the CV doesn't get specific.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on what tools might be relevant in his context?
Well, considering his interest in digital development, it likely goes beyond basic social media.
Okay.
We could be talking about website development, data analysis tools.
For sure.
Maybe even some graphic design or video editing software.
It's interesting, though, right?
Yeah.
We often take those skills for granted, but in a context like Yemen, where internet access can be unreliable and resources are limited,
Right.
having those skills might be a significant advantage.
Exactly. It's about resourcefulness and adaptability. Being able to create content, manage information, and leverage technology effectively could be invaluable for someone working in education development or even community organizing.
And then, of course, he's got experience in training and education,
Right.
which we've already discussed.
Yeah.
But he also specifically highlights strong legal writing skills. Now, that seems to come out of left field, doesn't it?
It does raise questions, doesn't it?
It does.
Especially considering his diverse background.
Yeah.
It could be a skill he developed during his work with the security belt forces, perhaps related to internal regulations or documentation.
Okay.
Or maybe it's something he cultivated more recently with an eye towards a future career path.
It's interesting that he includes it so prominently, though.
Yeah.
It makes me think legal skills might be highly valued in Yemen.
Even outside traditional legal professions. That's a possibility. Yeah. Perhaps it's seen as a sign of meticulousness, attention to detail, or even a certain level of authority.
Interesting.
It's something to consider as we analyze the CV further.
Okay. And last but not least, he emphasizes his fluency in Arabic and English.
Okay.
That's understandable given the international nature of some of his work.
Yay.
And he mentions a commitment to continuous self-improvement. It's like he's saying, hey, I'm already pretty awesome, but I'm not done learning and growing yet.
That emphasis on self-improvement is a recurring theme we've observed in professionals from various cultures.
Right.
It speaks to a growth mindset, a willingness to adapt and evolve in a rapidly changing world.
And then there's the list of training courses.
Okay.
Seriously, this guy could probably teach a course on how to take courses.
Wow.
He's got specialized training from the Arab Board for consulting and training, courses from Coursera on leadership and team management, even a diploma in legal consulting.
Interesting.
It's like he's curating his own personal development university.
What I find particularly fascinating is the breadth of topics.
Yeah.
It's not just focused on one specific area.
Right.
It covers leadership, management, communication, legal skills. It suggests a deliberate effort to build a well-rounded skill set applicable to a variety of contexts.
And it's not just passive participation either.
Right.
He highlights his achievements within these courses.
Okay.
He's a certified trainer by the Arab Board, actively participated in leadership camps, and secured that diploma in legal research.
It reinforces the idea that it's not enough to simply acquire knowledge.
Yeah.
It's about demonstrating mastery, applying those skills, and achieving tangible results.
Right.
And that diploma in legal research, it makes me wonder if he's considering a career shift in the future. Perhaps combining his legal expertise with his passion for technology and education.
Now, that would be an interesting combination. Okay, so we've gone through his skills and training.
Right.
It's clear this guy is a lifelong learner committed to personal and professional development. But the question remains, how does all of this translate into impact?
Yeah.
What could someone with this unique combination of experiences and skills actually achieve in the Yemeni context?
That's the million-dollar question.
It is.
And to answer it, I think we need to move beyond simply listing his qualifications and delve into the potential applications, the ways in which these skills and experiences could converge to create something truly meaningful.
Yeah.
Shall we explore that?
Let's do it. This is where I think the real aha moments might emerge.
Okay.
We've laid the groundwork. Now it's time to speculate, to imagine the possibilities.
I like it. So we've explored Qasim El-Kathari's
Yeah.
unusual mix of experiences and his impressive dedication to learning new skills.
Right.
It's almost like he's anticipating future needs, gathering tools for a job that doesn't quite exist yet.
But what could that job be?
Right.
How can he combine these seemingly disparate pieces into a cohesive career path?
That's the challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
To see the potential connections, the threads that run through his journey.
Yeah.
It's tempting to focus on the differences military to peace building,
Right.
traditional education to cutting-edge AI.
Yeah.
But I think there's a unifying element here.
I see it too.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he's driven by this underlying desire to build bridges to connect things that seem separate.
Okay.
Whether it's bridging communities in conflict
Right.
or bridging the gap between technology and traditional ways of doing things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where his diverse skills become so powerful.
Right.
He understands the nuances of the Yemeni context, the political landscape, the social challenges, the limitations in infrastructure.
For sure.
But he also has this global awareness, this understanding of how technology is reshaping the world.
Right.
And how it can be used to address complex problems.
So he's not just bringing in outside ideas and trying to impose them on Yemen.
Right.
He's taking this blended approach, trying to find solutions that are both relevant to the local context and informed by global trends.
I see.
And that requires a lot of flexibility,
Yeah.
a willingness to adapt and experiment.
It's about finding the right tools for the job.
Yeah.
Whether it's legal expertise to navigate policy issues, digital skills to create online learning platforms, or communication skills to build consensus and foster collaboration.
It's like he's almost like a one-man development agency equipped to tackle problems from multiple angles.
That's a good way to put it.
It makes you wonder, what specific problem is he gearing up to solve?
Right.
What's the big idea that's driving him?
Yeah.
We might not have the answer from just his CV, but we can definitely speculate, can't we?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's say he's passionate about improving healthcare in Yemen.
Okay.
He could use his AI knowledge to develop systems that predict disease outbreaks or optimize resource allocation in under-resourced areas.
For sure.
And with his digital development experience, he could create online training programs for healthcare workers, making education more accessible even in remote regions.
And imagine him using his communication and peace-building skills to get buy-in from different communities.
Yeah.
To navigate the complexities of implementing these solutions in a sensitive and culturally appropriate way.
It's impressive.
He's not just a tech guy. He's a problem solver, a strategist, a bridge builder.
I think that's the key takeaway here.
What is it?
Qasim's story goes beyond just an impressive CV.
Okay.
It highlights the power of combining diverse skills, adapting to changing circumstances, and being driven by a clear purpose.
Right.
It's a reminder that career paths aren't always linear.
For sure.
And sometimes the most unexpected combinations can lead to the most impactful outcomes.
It's definitely made me rethink my own assumptions about what a successful career looks like.
Oh, right.
It's not just about climbing the ladder in one field.
Yeah.
It's about building your own ladder.
Oh, right.
Using whatever tools and experiences you can gather along the way.
And most importantly, it's about aligning those skills with a purpose that resonates deeply with you.
That's true.
Qasim's story suggests that he's not just building a career, he's building a legacy.
Right.
He wants to make a difference.
Yeah.
And he's equipped himself with the tools to do so.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I think the question we leave our listener with is this.
Okay, what's that?
What's your unique combination of skills and experiences? And what kind of impact could you make if you brought those together?
Yeah.
Driven by a purpose that truly matters to you?
It's a really good question.
It's a lot to ponder.
Yeah.
But I think Qasim's story gives us a glimpse of what's possible when we dare to think differently, to learn continuously, and to embrace the power of our own unique journeys.
That's a great point to end on. I think